Okay, so what we can do is like this. I've sent a write up, so hope you have seen it. If you've not seen it, it's okay. So the basic objective is that we have known what needs to be known. So there are three things in the Buddha teachings. One is pariyatti, second one is patipatti, the third one is pativedana. So what it really means is the pariyatti means to learn. I think we have learned enough for all of these years, all taken combined. We have a lot of suttas and we have verified whether it is there in the sutta and all that. So we know that it is there. So somebody might not be able to recall the sutta, that is okay, but then the suttas are definitely there. Now, second one is patipatti, is about putting it in practice. So what you learn, you put in practice in how much ever you can do that. So that's a second one. And third one is pativedan. That is when you start getting the experience. So in the sila, samadhi, panya, if you take all the three of them, pariyatti would be knowing what is sila and how many different kind of sila, whether it's 5 or 8 or 10 or as many number as it is, and knowing that, oh, these are the sealers what one should do to become an arya. So the arya magga is all about the sila khanda. That means morality. Khanda is a stump, basically a huge block. So a block of sila, so become sila khanda. Then when I am in sila, then definitely that allows me to get into the samadhi. So the basic aim of samadhi is through sila. Okay, so the ariya magga is starting with sila, and anariya magga is starting with samadhi, meaning you are not ready for it and you try it. You might get into the jhanas, you might understand something, but then it is not lasting, so it will come down. Anyway, so let's concentrate on this. So the patipatti is about putting that sila into practice. So let's say I've taken sila, 5 silas or 8 silas. On the uposatha day, I do 8 sila. On any other day, 5 sila. How much in a day can I have this sila? The whole day and in the night till I go to sleep. How much is that I can be in sila? This is what I need to be doing. So this is the samadhi portion of it. Depending upon how much I can engage myself in the sila and how much I've established in samadhi, I get into panya. So this is what I really mean by the sila khanda, samadhi khanda, and panya khanda. These are the three khandas. Khanda as in a trunk, as in a trunk of a tree, is a huge thick one. So the more uh, the the more the gross, or rather like the hardwood in the wood, the more you have, the lesser it's going to break. The softer it gets, the easier it breaks. So the basic aim of Buddha Dhamma is to have the sila, samadhi, panya established. Okay, this is the whole context. Now, how do I practice? Now, I don't want to get into the theory again about what is sila, what is this, what is that. We have already done it. So let's practically see what I need to do. The first thing I need to do is to do the samatha. Now, what is samatha? Atho, sama, atho is samatha. Now, this definition is not given by me, it is given by Sariputta. So Ayasma Sariputta has explained in the Patisambhidda Magga, okay, and that has an English translation done by someone very nice. They have completely translated the Patisambhidda Magga into English, but has some issues, but it's okay. I mean, considering that it's very detailed, uh, it's something difficult to understand. And I will tell you why. Okay. Now let's say we go by that, by the Patisambhidda Magga. Okay, then what happens? It explains what is the meaning of Samatha. Sama is equal. Aramana is the arising or the object coming to the sense. Whatever that object can be. Even a Dhamma, which also includes meditation, is an object. So let's say I take breath, I take dhatu, I take this, I take whatever I take is a aramana. Okay, that is, it comes into the sense door. When it comes into the sense door, two problems are going to be encountered. One, recognition of that what has come, and two, there is a shaking. There is a shaking of this. What? It's a vibration. So the mind starts to vibrate. When I say mind, it's a chitta into vijnana, and that starts to vibrate. When there is vibration, then the energy movement happens. So the chakku will start moving towards the object through the vijnana, which is chakku vijnana. Like that, the sota, ghana, jivha, kaya, mano. So this is how the 6 ayatanas get entangled and the experience is formed. So consciousness plays two roles. One, the experiencer, and the second one is experienced. Both. Is experienced equal to experiencer? Many times no, but sometimes yes. When there is awareness, or when we get into mindfulness, then there is nothing called as an experiencer other than the experienced. But when that is not there, when the defiled consciousness is there, then it is experiencer is different and experienced is different. And that's how I see the world as dual. The reason why I am looking at dual is that the experiencer and the experience seem to be totally different. So chitta has vikhepa. Vikhepa means scatteredness, or it just gets into a state where it starts to shake, and there is no adhitthana. Adhitthana means establishing, meaning to say that that resolute or that commitment, that determination itself is not there. Why? Because it is shaking. So it is distracted, and it is because of the distraction there is shaking, and because there is shaking there is no adhitthana, and it's not pure. Vodana is purity. It is spotless. Avodana is filled with spots, meaning it's muddy. So samatha is what is coming into the object, or that what object is coming to the sense door, especially the mind sense door, which is the chitta, which makes it a vikhepa, that is undistractedness, non-shaking. And that should lead us to adhitthana, which is determination, resolute on that object. And then vodana, it should create the purity. And that formula to do it is atha, purpose, which involves 4 things. Number 1 is anavajja. Vajja is fault. Anavajja is faultless. There's no fault. Then the second one is kilesa. Kilesa means defilement. Then nikileso means without defilements. Vodana is again purity. Then paramatha. So then from the samuhika satya, samuchi satya to paramartha or paramathika satya. So from a conceptual reality to the absolute reality. This journey is done by the chitta, which is you. So whatever I call as myself is the chitta moving from this to that and that to this. This movement is samsara. Non-moving is nibbana. Samsarana, nissarana. Samsarana means going round and round and round that object, and nissarana is cutting that. There is no more going round, right? So this is the first thing we need to establish, samatha. Okay. Then the second thing we need to really do is to understand what are the suttas which are meant for me, for my type of mentality. This is the most important thing. You can't just keep on reading 100 different suttas just because it looks good. That is again pariyatti. For patipatti, practice, you need to have one or two suttas only. You can't have hundreds of suttas. Take a bath in that sutta. It's not going to help you. You need to finalize on one. Now the question comes, which one? Because everything looks good to me. It's not like I go to a garment store and I keep on wearing the t-shirts and my trousers and this looks good. Oh, this looks good. Ultimately, I have to buy one of that. I can't be taking everything. So now which one should I take? Now here is what one needs to first focus upon. Focusing is the art of watching like a camera. So you focus your lens on the object. First one, if you take Anguttara Nikaya. Now there is a meaning for Nikaya, Ni plus Kaya. Kaya is the collection, Ni is the Nirutti or etymology. So the suttas are meant for a particular type of puggala, a person of a particular mindset. Okay, when he approached the Buddha, Buddha could find out that person's mentality. So he then was able to explain, this Nikaya is for you. Oh, you are someone, you don't know many things. So your indriya faculty is developed in terms of which one? Saddha, faith. You have only faith. You don't have anything else. Excellent. I will teach you Diga Nikaya because that is what you require. Because I only have faith in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. I don't have anything else. So I might be a Sotapanna trying to understand the Buddha Dhamma, and for which only Diga Nikaya DN series, DN 1 to DN 39 are good for me. But I can't be choosing all 39 one of them. I need to again see which one resonates with my mentality. So the first thing I need to do is to know whether my Saddha Indriya is developed, Samadhi Indriya is developed, Sila Indriya is developed, Panya Indriya is developed, Virya Indriya is developed. These are 5 Indriyas. That gives me 5 Bala of the same one. Bala means strength. So on the Indriya, that is the sense, sensing my mentality type, I develop the strength. In general, okay, as we speak, none of us have the 2 of them. That is the 2 things which a normal person would have possessed if he was in the Buddha Sasana. Okay, that is Vipachitanyu and Uggatatanyu. That means one-liner is able to understand the Buddha Dhamma. The second type of an individual who, just by giving him some hints, that's it, he understands. Presently, as we talk, we are neyya. Neyya means a person who requires to be helped. So that's where we are here. Okay, so we require help, we require assistance, we require a teacher. We ourselves cannot make much of it. So we require someone who can teach us. So I have listed down on my website, which I shared with you. There are around 12 suttas of each type. So basically, what I need to do is, before I get into the job, I need to know which sutta I would understand. So what you need to do is just read the sutta with English translation. Now you have Chat GPT also. You can give the sutta, put a line and say, can you explain to me in detail? It will do a good job. Okay. So you can use Chat GPT. 3.5 is also good. It works. I've tried it. I'm very happy with that tool. And again, thanks to Ariu. So now I'm able to get the translation instantaneously. 90% of translation or 95% translation looks okay. It's in fact decent. Okay, 5%, anyway, nobody can help it. You have to add it. But what is the test you need to do? You need to just read that based upon your type. So take one sutta on Anguttara Nikaya, one sutta on Sanyukta Nikaya, one sutta on Diga Nikaya, one sutta on Majjhima Nikaya, one sutta on Khuddaka Nikaya, 5 Nikayas. Just one sutta for today. Just skim through it. Don't have to get into too much of detail. If you're able to get the meaning and you get a wow moment, aha moment, that clearly shows that you are of that mentality type. And that's it. You now you don't have to go at hundreds of suttas of that kind. No, you got it. That's all what is required. You don't have to read 100 suttas that, oh, there are this sutta, then that sutta, then that sutta, and that sutta. No. Because if you look at Sanyukta Nikaya, the first 15, the second 15, the third 15, the fourth 15, that guy will go mad. Unless he doesn't have any other job to do, just like me. Okay. So we shouldn't be worrying about, I should know all the suttas. I should know only one sutta which is meant for me. Because that's my mentality type. So I have listed here so many suttas based upon what has helped me. This is from my perspective. Need not be perfectly aligned with what you have. But this is from what I think I have. Now, what will it do to me? It will do to me around 4 or 5 things. The first thing, if it clicks to you on that sutta, you will be able to establish morality for yourself. Clear? Why? Because there is one sutta which I have added here. It is Duccharita Vipaka Sutta. It's in Anguttara Nikaya 8.40. I have put it there. You don't have to do anything. Just click in it. Open up. On each of the type, if you have the 5 Sila with another 3 of them, which is about, he has given all the 4 speech related. You can find out what will happen when I tell a lie. In general, I tell a lie, let's say. Not intentionally. But it just comes out. Some exaggeration, something comes out. Why that is coming out is because it's in my unconscious existence, and then it has surfaced into the subconscious, and then it is coming into the conscious. After I say, I feel, oh shit, how did I say this? That is not true. Right? It's a minor offense or a minor breaking of the sila, not a major one, because there's no intent. Chetana is not there. But I want to tell a deliberate lie. I know it is not true. And I have enough energy I have caught up to tell the lie. That is a major one. So minor, major. Minor is when you don't have an intention. Like when you're walking on the road, you didn't see an ant or a frog or a whatever was there on the, or crab. I'm walking on a beach, a long beach, California, and then it's long anyway. So I didn't know where the crab is. So I accidentally pressed it. It was a stone there and a crab. It died. Did it? Is it going to affect me karmically? No, because there's no intention. In the same way, telling lies is of no intention, but yet minor offense is going to be there. That can be fixed. It doesn't affect your samadhi. But major one, I want to kill this person, is going to affect the samadhi because you're going to michcha samadhi, like that. So out of the five, what we can say, the sila, pancha sila, or you do 8 sila of the uposatta, you need to see a minor and major. So what I put here is some suttas relating to the Sanyukta Nikaya, some suttas relating to the Anguttara Nikaya, Majjhima Nikaya, like that, and some Diga Nikayas. I have not put Khuddaka Nikaya. There is a reason for that. Anguttara Nikaya is for those people who are samadhi kind of people. That means they can instantly get into samadhi. Now, the meaning of samadhi is not jhana. The meaning of samadhi is making them stay in a particular state. Their mind doesn't go 100 different directions. Okay. So it's for samadhi kind of people. Samyukta Nikaya is for sati indriya kind of people, whose sati is good. That means they can remember. They can reflect upon. Okay. That's their strength. Majjhima Nikaya is for Virya Indriya type of people. That is, they have energy, lot of energy. Like Sachin is there. Is a better example. I have not met anybody like Sachin whose energy level is always high. He is on the fly. So when we met in the retreat, I was telling him, your energy is too much. You have to reduce the energy, otherwise your vehicle is going to go everywhere. Okay, it's like somebody pressing the accelerator instead of stopping it. It's going to crash, basically, right? So some people, the energy is, they put too much of energy. So for them, like in the case of Sachin, Majjhima Nikaya suttas are better. And Saddha Indriya, faith, Diga Nikaya is good. The final one, Khuddaka Nikaya. It's small. And in Khuddaka also is a Sariputta, and all these people have given a complete exposition. Okay. Now you have a problem. If you can't understand it, it's related to the Panya faculty, wisdom. That means the wisdom faculty or the wisdom, faculty, Indriya's faculty. So is not yet matured enough. So most of us will be having Saddha Indriya. Some of us might have the Samadhi Indriya. Again, most of us might have the Virya Indriya. Very few will have Sati Indriya developed, and Panya Indriya will be too less. How do you come to know? Don't translate. Read the Pali text. If it opens up for you, then you have Panya. Very simple. Let's take Anguttara Nikaya 10.58, which is Mulaka Sutta, and I read the Pali text. As I am reading, I should be experiencing it. Then the wisdom faculty is opened up. There's no problem with the wisdom. But then I read Sujato, then I read Bodhi Bhikkhu, then I read something else, then I go to Sutta Central, search, chat GPT, search for the meaning, and then I add up all of this and then create my own version of what I think it is. Then I share with some friends saying that this is what I found out, and they give me even more further inputs to it. It is as good as Diga Nikaya. Okay, it's long, right? It's definitely long. Otherwise, why I should be doing so much of thing? But I require Virya also. You see this fun. For doing that, I need to have Saddha. Virya is also developed because I am putting in energy to that, right? And I'm having Sati. Without that, I cannot search. So I'm having Sati. And at that time, I'm doing Samadhi also. Only thing missing is Panya. Had I just taken the Diga Nikaya, I didn't have to do all of this. I'm killing myself to death because I want that. It's again a conditioning, Sankata, right? It's Asankata gives you Nibbana, not Sankata. So we need to see which one of that is mine. Okay, so this is the second one. So first one was the Samatha. The second, that means Samatha in the sense of not getting distracted. That's the whole thing. Samatho, Samatha. The purpose is non-distractedness. A purpose is purity. The purpose is to remove the klesha, defilements. Okay, undistractedness. Then anavajja. That's a beautiful term. Fault. Remove the fault. Okay. So in the Mangala Sutta, he says, Anavajjani kammani etan mangalam uttamam. That means removing the fault is the best. It's always mangala, auspicious. Anyway, coming back to this. So first is samadhi. Second one is to go through this sutta. Before that, you need to know which is your individual type. What it will do to you is that you will establish morality, or the sila gets established for the whole day, because samatha, and you have found out what sutta is helpful to you. So your sila is established. Sila is the first thing that gets established, meaning by default. Again, minor, major. Minor you might be breaking, major you will not break. So one advantage with the Vipassana style of Goenka or Ubakin is that for 10 days you cannot interact with anyone. So there is no way you can break even the minor sila or the major sila. Only when you speak you are going to break. So there are like Naveen and Sachin, I don't know how many more people have gone to the Vipassana, but it's a very nice one. The only reason why it is good is for 9 days, for 8 to 12 hours, the person cannot do anything except for watching breath. Nothing he or she can do. Forget calling anarya or whatever it is. It's not fair, but it's a very nice one. Why? It establishes sila. It establishes samadhi. It gives a little bit of panya. Because sila samadhi will give you panya, tripod. It gives you that. Now what panya you get is on where it is touching, what is happening on the sensation, all that you get the panya. It's beautiful. So your samatha and vipassana both happens. Anyway, coming back to the subject, take a sutta based upon what we discussed. What it will do is it will establish morality for you. It will establish a sense restraint. So most important thing is to restraining the senses. Now there is one sutta where I recommend you to do is the Indriya Bhavana Sutta, that is in Majjhima Nikaya, the last one, 152. Last sutta in the Majjhima Nikaya is Indriya Bhavana. Okay. But again, that Majjhima Nikaya is for Virya Indriya. If you are lacking Virya, you will not understand anything whatsoever in that sutta. It's not meant for you. Then what I should do? Don't get worried. There are other ways of doing it. There is this sutta which is I have put there. That is Kundaliya Sutta in the Sanyukta Nikaya. And Sanyukta Nikaya is for Sati Indriya. Like I said, Saddha Indriya is majorly developed in people. Sati Indriya also many people would have it. So you have to see whether you are able to remember. Recollection. So in the exams, when we were studying, for whatever we're studying, and we go to the exam and we remember, right? We write it based upon our remembrance. Or even in an office, when you learn technology or work or whatever it is, you don't take a book every day and go there, right? You do it without need of anything. Why? Because there is sati. So you have to see whether sati is fully developed. It would be developed for sure. Otherwise, you won't be coming into this session in the first place. So since you have come here, it means that you have sati. Now, what you can do is you can go to the Sanyutta Nikaya and then 46.6, that is also there in my link. So you can refer to Kundaliya Sutta. Okay, what it does, what's the sutta is all about? That sutta is all about telling you there's a person, Kundaliya, who comes and asks the Buddha, for what you people should come to your dispensation? What's the need? And Buddha gives each one answer. And the last he says, you will not achieve until you have Indriya, sense door restraint. Indriya Gutta Dwara. You should stop. That's a good sutta. You have to combine this with Majjhima Nikaya Sutta, or we, in the 7 days, I'll be taking up how to do that. So the purpose of today is to give you a walk you through the map so that you know what are we going to do in the next few days. We will do exactly at this time. Whoever can attend, who cannot attend, cannot attend. But you can watch the video and we can practice. And you can ask me a question, or we can do it. I will also tell you how to do it the whole day. So that also we will cover. Okay. So now this much we do. And the third step, then I was supposed to tell you that it will automatically develop moderation in eating. You will stop feeling hungry, both in the mind and the body. If your Samatha is established and you're able to get into this, one of the suttas, and you're able to get the wow moments, your hunger automatically reduces. Meaning you're making choice of many things will get reduced. And basic advantage, the mind also will start not asking for mental food. It doesn't, because Indriya is already blocked. You already done the Indriya Bhavana. So there's no way it can go wherever it wants. So if the mental load is not there, the physical load also comes down. So both are interlinked. So by stopping the Indriyas from going with the sense object, we are bringing the attention inside, and hence don't feel much hungry. Because of that, the sloth and torpor, in that the sloth, the body heaviness is gone. So you will automatically get into Jagariyanu Yoga, which is nothing but moderate in sleeping. So you sleep less. So you'll sleep for 3-4 hours or 5 hours or maximum 6 hours. That is sufficient. Okay, that you will get. Then, since we are all Upasaka, we are not bhikkhus. There is, I have included Upasaka Pachavekhana. So you will be able to reflect upon the 4 requisite: food, shelter, clothing, medicine. I recommend, I put the PDF document. It is by Ananda Bodhi Bhikkhu, who has done a good job in translating into English. I have included that PDF document there. You can access it. Then you develop samadhi by this suttas, and then you get panya. Okay. Then we come to the stage 3 or step 3. So now we have to choose the object. Now, one thing you need to remember. For 49 days, 7 weeks, don't change the object. Whatever you come up with, whatever logic you come up with, but stick to it. Meaning, if somebody is comfortable with breath, take breath. Somebody is comfortable with dhatu, take dhatu. Somebody is comfortable with charnel ground, 9 ways of looking at that. Yes, you go to autopsies, look at how body is getting burnt and this and that and accidents to come out of the asubha. If you want to do that, 49 days you are going to do the same thing. Okay, so that's what our job would be. Then you want to do asubha bhavana of the body, whatever is there, that is, which is included in the Mahasati Patthana Sutta. You want to do the asubha bhavana, perfect, you can do that. Then you want to do anusati, That is Buddhanusati, Dhammanusati, Sanghanusati, Chaganusati, Varananusati, Devatanusati. Yes, you can do it. But again, only one. For the whole 49 days, you are going to do only Buddhanusati if you want to get the attributes of Buddha. If you are looking at Dhamma, you are going to do only Dhamma. If you are wanting Sangha, you are going to do to Sangha. Don't take all. It's going to be messing. Take one. Then you want to do Brahma Vihara? Fine. So you can take Metta for 49 days. Whole day is only Metta. No Karuna, no Mudita, no Upekha. Only Metta. Jhana. Somebody wants to do, oh, I know how to do Jhana. Beautiful. Take it. Then these are the 7 kinds out of 40 meditation objects. I have not added Kasina, but that is also a good one to take. So if you take that, becomes 40. So basically you have these many objects to meditate upon. Okay. Now what is meditation? Is to remain in a particular state. So the whole day till the night you sleep, you have to stay exactly the same. That's what Samadhi is all about. Okay. So the objective is to stay in Samadhi. So whatever object you take, 4 things you need to do. First thing, focus. Like a camera. Then the attention comes on that. But attention span is very less. We need to develop the attention span. So you have to keep on pressing the shutter. Don't click. Just press the shutter. Don't click. It remains in focus. Till that time, attention is there. Right? That's the whole objective. So the attention is there. Third one, awareness. While the focus and attention gets developed, you become aware. I'll give an example. Let's say I'm taking breath. So satova asasati. So now I'm watching the in breath. Okay. Focusing on the in breath. Attention lands on the in breath. And I become aware of the in breath. So satova passasati. So now I become aware of the out breath. That's all I need to do. I don't have to go dhiga, rasa, all that. Only that much. For how long? As much as you can. How about 1 hour? No timings. Can you remain in that state, observing the in breath, out breath, like that? Now I ask, what's the use? Will I get Nibbana? You are distracting it. You're shaking it. Which is Vikhepa. It's Avikhepa. What will help us? So the mind will instantly come with an answer saying that I don't think so, this is the right method. You tell me, by watching breath, will anybody get Nibbana? Now it goes in circle. Shouldn't be doing it. So take the one you feel comfortable and that's it. It's like, as a apprentice, I'm given a tool. They have kept all the tools. They say, Vilas, you are an apprentice, Sotapanna, apprentice. Okay, you come here, you choose the tool you want. I say, I'll take this tool. Sure? Yes. Confident? Yes. 49 days, same tool. No, I'll take that tool also. Sorry. Only one tool, because we all Sekha. Whether you're a Sotapanna, you're a Sekha. You're a Sakadagami, also you're a Sekha. Anagami is also Sekha. All are trainees. So no point in feeling that, I did a good job. No, all are trainees. Only Asekha is Arahat. So take the tool, even me, for 49 days. Only one tool. No playing around with tools. I will do exactly like what you're doing. Okay, idea is to get into Arahat. That's the only difference. 49 days. Formula. Let's see. But with family life, it's not possible. So I need to do some modification. So let's see what I can do. Coming back to this, the fourth one is Vipassana. Most important, we made Samatha. Now we need to take Vipassana. Here is, you need to modify a bit. Vipassana is about experiencing anicca, dukkha, anatta. That's all what it is. There's nothing more than anything in the Vipassana. Now, to do that, we need to go through Anatta Lakkana Sutta. Okay, that also I've given. Why? Because we already used to Ghanasanya. Ghanasanya means compactness. Ghana is compact, solid like this. Sanya is perception. So we already have the perception of compactness. So no matter how much I try to understanding anicca, it's not going to help. It will be an intellectual vomiting than anything else. And there are a lot of websites which do intellectual vomiting, which is good. That's required. It's nice. And there are a lot of debates on anicca, because that's the most important one. But you cannot grasp anicca without anatta. So first we need to develop anatta, because that is the sammaditthi. Okay, without sammaditthi, you cannot get samma sankappo. Without samma sankappo, you cannot get samma kammanto. Without that, samma vacha. Like that, it will not work. So first thing I need to establish is sammaditthi. In sammaditthi only I become a Sotapanna. Right? There's no other way of becoming a Sotapanna or achieving Sotapanna. So for that, I need to understand, experience, meaning I need to learn the Anatta Lakkana Sutta, that is Pariyatti. I need to practice Anatta Lakkana Sutta, which is Patipatti. I need to experience for myself Anatta Lakkana, then that is Pativedan. Okay, what's the advantage? Anicca brings you to dukkha, anatta also brings you to dukkha, which will then help us experiencing the Four Noble Truth. So once I experience anatta and second I experience dukkha, anicca is the end result of it. I don't have to do anything for anicca. Clear? Now, if I am a neyya who is at a very fine level, then anicca, immediately you pick it up. Otherwise, it's a difficult situation. Okay, so Vipassana is about anicca, dukkha, anatta. That will take you to Patisamutpada by itself, and that will give you the experience of Four Noble Truths. So the anicca, dukkha, anatta, tilakkana, Patisamutpada, five aggregates, everything will get presented to you in Vipassana. Nowhere else. Okay. So the sutta I wanted to take up for our journey is Maharahulo Vada Sutta, because it has everything. Whatever we are talking, the objects and whatever we should be taking, like he taught his son. So we will go through that. Okay. And that's a meditation, what we are going to do for the next few days to few weeks, 7 weeks. I'm going by what Buddha has mentioned in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, where he says 7 weeks maximum and 7 days and 7 years. So he has given in years also. So we'll take 7 weeks, 49 days exercise to 1 week. Many of you might get into Anagami state in 7 days. So you can say, oh, I'm already an Anagami. Quite possible. It all depends on which sutta you will get the wow moment. Finally, you need to do the Anupassana. So we have already done the Vipassana. Then Anupassana is experiencing the entire Vipassana. So you get into 7. One is anicca, dukkha, anatta, okay, nibbidda, viraga, nirodha, patinissaga. That's it. With Patinisagga, you complete one journey. Patinisagga means disengagement. The bond is removed. It's holding like this. Slowly it opens up like this. And first time it opens up, Sotapanna. Second time it opens up, Sakadagami. Third time it opens up, Anagami. Fourth time there's no connection. Done. Okay, so in 5 steps only, we have finished it. That's all. Okay, these are the 5 steps we are going to take. First is Samatha. We'll practice. Take the sutta, Maharahula Vada Sutta, along with that sutta which I said is Anatta Lakkana Sutta. We'll be taking that. A third one we are going to do is put it into practice, which is take the object. Fourth one, we do the Vipassana of that object. Fifth one is Anupassana. Then the problem starts. Third day, you will come to know what is working, what is not working. If you were to practice, you will not be able to get into Samadhi for sure within 3 days, 72 hours of starting this journey. You will get the first obstacle, no Samadhi. You want to watch the breath, mind goes away. You want to take dhatu, that also doesn't happen. Then you want to take something else, and that doesn't happen. So how many things we have put here? We have put many objects, right? Dhatu, charnel ground, asubha bhavana, anusati, estab, brahma vihara, jhana, all that we have taken. I tried all, nothing is working. Half an hour each. And after that, somebody came to my home. I forgot all about it. Then next day, oh shucks, I need to do it. If that is my mentality type, it shows the following problem. Okay, so I put the problem. Number 1. Do you know you are a neyya at least? Or are you a padaparama? Padaparama means beginner. Nothing you can do about it. It's going to be an obstacle-driven ground. Neyya are 2 types. One is a Kalyana Mitra neyya and another Dhamma Savana neyya. Like many of the Sri Lankans, they go to the Dhamma Desanas because that is the Dhamma Savana neyya. The objective here is not to do anything but to go to the teacher, go to the theros and listen to their sermons and keep on listening until it breaks up. Once it breaks up, you have entered into the stream, Sotapanna, through the Dhamma Savana. Got it? Second type is a Kalyana Mitra. That is friend, Dhamma friend, or the teacher who takes you because he is at least Sotapanna, so he is helping. Okay, you come, I will help you. But the problem, do you know you are a neyya? Otherwise, you are running in a maze, in darkness. Now, I have covered there about what you need to do and how you need to do if you are not a neyya. So, third day will come to know. So, those people who come to know they are not neyya at all, they can privately talk to me and we will discuss. I don't want to discuss it in this forum. So, it will be a one-on-one, basically. We will take up. But another one is if you want all the defilements, all the nivaranas, the 5 nivaranas to not hinder you, then you need to at least get in touch with an Anagami. Anybody below Anagami will not be able to help you with all the 5 hindrances. Because he already has 2 hindrances. Kamachanda Vyapada. Now he is also searching. I am also searching. A blind man following a blind will not get you the eyes. Not possible. So the Dhamma Chakku will not happen. Sotapanna will help you in getting into the stream. But Sotapanna cannot help you in removing the hindrance. Not possible. It's great to be with the Sotapanna, but there is a bigger problem, is that he still has Kamachanda Vyapada. These two are there. Okay. Now, do you know the person whom you're interacting is a Anagami? What's the test are you doing? Because if he is not an Anagami, he will put you in problem. Like in my case, if you think that I'm an Anagami, you should know how to test me as an Anagami. Otherwise, you are wasting your time. Simple. So you need to find from the sutta. I will tell you how to test an Anagami, so you can privately talk to me, or in public also I can tell. I have no problem. So we can conduct the test. So I have put here that you please do it. For my sake, you do it. Why? Because if you are following an Arahat, he will help you to becoming an Arahat. If you are following an Anagami, he will help you in becoming an Anagami. If you follow Sotapanna, he can only help you to reach Sotapanna, because he also is working out. It's a Sekha. Sekha means training. What can you expect out of a training? He will show you the tools and technique, what he knows. Nothing else he can do. So it's nothing wrong if you are in touch with a Sotapanna. But the disadvantage of that is you cannot get into Anagami, make him still remain in Sotapanna. No, not going to work. So you need to find a competent teacher who is Anagami. You have known that he's an Anagami, and you following him makes sense. Same way you need to know he's a Sakadagami, meaning he doesn't have possession orientation. So following him will make you less possession oriented, because he will tell you how did he achieve it. So you can follow. Then if you're following Sotapanna, then great, you will reach Sotapanna. So it's like magnets. You take iron filings and keep on rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, or electromagnetic induction, and ultimately it turns into a magnet. That was never a magnet, but now it has turned itself into a magnet. Same way, the person was never a Sotapanna, he was just a Puggala, but he came into the Arya Magga and then he became a Sotapanna. Right? So this is what we are going to do. So in 7 weeks time, you will come to know whether I am really a Anagami or not. End result is known. So you might have assumed I am an Anagami, maybe not. Maybe you have assumed me as a Sakadagami at least, maybe not. Am I Sotapanna? Tell me that now. What is your yardstick to measure that this person is Sotapanna or not? What do you think? How would you do it? What's your experiment? Simple answer. If the person is not a Sotapanna, yes, Matt, you wanted to say something.
I mean, I feel like the best way would to be watch their actions as closely as you could to make sure that they're abiding by the sila.
Yes, absolutely. That is one. And the second one, if that person is not a Sotapanna, he cannot explain anything. He cannot explain anything. Okay, so no matter how much theory he learns, nothing he can explain. So at least you know that if not Anagami, at least Sotapanna is there. So he will at least make me enter the stream. Then I will find a teacher who is going to be an Anagami. So what we do in next 7 days to 7 weeks is you will know your person whom you're following, and also you will come to know where you are. Okay, you'll yourself come to know through what sutta you can find out. Right, so now how much time we have? 9:25. We have 5 more minutes left. So this is the walkthrough, or what we can say, a roadmap, what lies ahead. So tomorrow when we meet, we are not going to have this lecture series. Straightforward, we'll come on Sila. Okay, tomorrow we'll establish the 5 sealers, and the job would be to enter into samadhi through Sila, meaning the whole day you should not break the precept. Yes, Sachin.
So that's what the previous article you have written, right? We'll follow that.
Yes, yes, yes. The previous also is there, but now when we do that, we'll take the Maharahula Vada Sutta tomorrow. So when we are in Sila, what happens with the Maharahula Vada Sutta? When we are not in Sila, what happens to Maharahula Vada Sutta? We will do that. So we will establish the Sila first when we meet. Then we will do the Buddhanusati, Dhammanusati, Sanghanusati. That will give us the Sati, the remembrance. So the Savitakka. Vitakka is removed. In place of that, we get into Savitakka. So the Vichara, what we will be doing is on the Buddha Dhamma. So that is becomes Savichara. The third one, Piti, will get established, and then the Sukha will come. So when we practice Maharahula Vada Sutta along with the Anattalakkana Sutta, you will be able to experience that. So we'll not take the entire Maharahula Vada Sutta, we'll take only a few portion of it and meditate. So when we do the meditation, you need to tell me which object you want to do that. Because in the Maharahula Vada Sutta, he talks about the dhatus, he also talks about the 4 Brahma Viharas, then he talks about equanimous way of living, then he talks about the Anapanasati, using the breath. All the 4 are there. It's a very nice sutta. So we'll be doing all what is mentioned there. And for some time we will be going through the other sutta just as a reference, so that we'll fix up something that is not working. So by tomorrow, make an assessment to the best possible. Which one your mentality is? Which one? Is it, yes, Aryan?
I guess it's slightly personal, but like for me, I've read a lot of suttas, right? I found a lot of sutta in Samyutta Nikaya to resonate pretty well because they are very succinct and they provide very good, precise and to the point.
Yes.
But I know for myself that I'm not particularly strong in sati. But how come that those resonate with me the most? I'm wondering, does it have a strict correlation?
No, it's like this. If you are resonating that, it means you have sati, but not fully developed. It doesn't mean that you don't have sati at all.
Yes.
If somebody doesn't have sati, no matter how many times he reads Samyutta Nikaya, he will not get anything out of it. Okay. So it's good. But what is missing in sati, you need to see. Your only thing which is missing in sati is restlessness. Right? And hence, that what Sachin shared you, that book, is of help to you, because you require to pacify the mind. It is shaking like this. It's vikepa, distractedness.
I think I can remember to keep contemplating, but I have too many things.
Yes. Yeah, you put too much of food on your plate. So instead you have to put only one food of Samyutta Nikaya. Then it works. Yes. So tomorrow we are going to do that. We will again meet up, same time, same setup. But tomorrow, no theory, no talking, no giving you this discourse. Straight, we are starting the subject. So I am giving you this one day to develop sati to the best way you think you should be working on. Look at your own mentality and see that which nikaya is good for you. Okay. I have put that in my site, but then you can look at it and say that I am Anguttara Nikaya, no, I am a Diga Nikaya, I am a Sanyukta Nikaya. Take each one sutta. If you don't know whether you are which type, take just random. Take one AN, one SN, one MN, one DN, like that, and one KN. Kuddaka Nikaya, 5 Nikayas. Just skim through it. Don't have to do a PhD in that sutta. Just skim through. I'm taking Anguttara Nikaya, so let me read. Take the smallest one so that you don't get locked up. Take with Bhikkhu Bodhi or Sujato or whatever you want to do it in English or Sinhala or in any language you want to take it. It's okay. But you should get a wow moment. Clear? So Samatha followed by the suttas, then followed by the objects, then that object you have to do the Vipassana, then Anupassana, you get your Panya. Sila, Samadhi, Panya. 5 aggregates also will be known, everything will be known. Yes, yes, Anna.
So our first is to find out our own personality.
Yes.
So that's part of mine. So today my task would be to read one sutra from the 5 Nikayas and find out the aha moment.
Yes.
Then that is set.
Yes. And to the best possible, try to follow the sati. Try to follow the sila.
That is Panchasila.
Panchasila. So Panati Pata, I am sure that you are not going to kill anyone. But still, look at it. Mosquito coming by and that's it. Right? Or a cockroach. There goes a cockroach. Right? So now, Panati Pata. Adinna Dana. So I go to a store and I ask for further discounts. He said that 15% discount. I say, come on, I don't think so. You should be playing like this. Give me another 5%. That is Adinna Dana. Minor, not major. You didn't steal, but you felt you require more, which is abhijja also. Excess greed. Right? And this and that. Abhijja is a major one. Stealing is a minor one. So you can check it out. So second one. Okay, Kameshu Michachara. I don't sleep around with anyone. Yes, absolutely true. But am I not enjoying that sights? Am I not making them nude in my mind? Minor, not major. Major is picking that woman and making her yours. Or man, like that. Okay, Kameshu Michachara. The fourth one is Sura Mere Majapamadatthana. I don't drink. Yes, I definitely don't drink. But the smell comes. What an alcohol. Am I not enjoying through this sense? No sense door. Minor. Am I not feeling infatuated of my position? A lot of money, a lot of power, a lot of prestige. That's again major. That's a major, this is minor. So we need to see major, minor. Then the last one. Telling lies. I don't generally tell lies. Yes, absolutely true. But do you exaggerate? Yes, sir. Minor. Do you deliberately tell lies? Yes, sir. Major. And this is what I need to do for today. Watching. I can take a book, or anyway we all have gadgets, so we can make, this time I told a major one or a minor one. Major, minor. By the end of the day, you will be shocked that you will have so much in the list. That is how Satipatthana works. So now you put Satipatthana into practice. So that helps us in getting into 37 factors of awakening. Satipatthana, Sammapadhana, like that. Iddhipada, 4 Iddhipadas, 5 indriyas, 5 bala, satta bojjhanga, arya athangika magga. So this is 37 factors. So by the end of our session, we'll be establishing all 37 factors. So finally, I will tell you the result of what we are going to do. First one, we'll finish the sense restraint. Second one, we'll experience anicca dukkha anatta. Third one, we'll experience and knowing patisamutpada, that formula, iti imasmim sati idam hoti, imassa uppada idam uppajati, is an experience, not as a theory. Okay. Fourth one, we will come to know about the 5 aggregates, and the self view would have already gone, but that also cut the mana, which is vanity. It helps us to get into Arahat. Sixth one, 37 factors of awakening. Seventh one, it will tell you for yourself whether you are still a Sotapanna, still a Sakadagami, still an Anagami, or you're an Arahat. Clear? This is the roadmap. And I'm done with my writing. So yesterday I first penned down this so that I don't forget. It was coming. I thought it is fresh in my mind. I should be doing it. This is also good for me because now I can concentrate on that. Whatever I've written, right? I will do that. Okay. And good night to those who are in late night now, like in the case of Matt. And good evening, Anna, and the remaining, and Ari also is good evening, and the remaining people are good days. Any questions before we end? No questions? Okay, good to end then. Bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.